be seated. Chancellor Modica, members of the Board of Directors, deans, other members of the dais, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Dr. Glenn Jacobs, and I am the Provost of St. George's University. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the university's 55th commencement exercise for the School of Medicine, during which degrees will be conferred for the School of Medicine's class of 2022. Please rise for the national anthems of the United States of America, Grenada, and the United Kingdom, sung by Douglas H. Jabara.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Last two parts, right? No, measure one. Oh, that's right. 1, 2, 3.
Hail Grenada, land of ours, we pledge ourselves to thee. Heads, hearts, and hands in unity to reach our destiny. Ever conscious of God, being proud of our heritage, may we with faith and courage aspire, build, advance as one people, one family. God bless our nation.
You guys have G major, right?
Printed key. C for you.
Yeah.
God save our gracious Queen, long live our noble Queen. God save the Queen, send her victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save the Queen.
Please remain standing. Sorry. Please remain standing as the Reverend Monsignor John O'Grady offers the invocation.
That's it for now.
Some of you may notice I have a cane. I also have a Band-Aid on my forehead. So I tried to negotiate 3 steps right after lunch. I failed the 3rd step. So I was wondering, is there a doctor in the house? A blessing is a hope, a gift. And you have already been blessed by life. You've been blessed by your family and by your friends. I never quite believed in Aristotle's God, the God who controls things, who moves everything. I don't believe in that type of a God. I believe in transcendent God, a God who supports, a God who encourages. And I think this God supports and encourages through the words and the actions of other people. That makes sense to me. So for your graduates, find one I have. You have completed your course of studies, and soon you'll be doctors of medicine. I hope, I wish, I pray that you not be troubled by yesterday or anxious about tomorrow. May you live this day fully and completely as this day, which is a gift to you by life. I hope your faith will be continually strengthened in the talents that you have been gifted with and with the education which you have received. May you always follow courageously your oath to do no harm. When doubt and confusion about your purpose surround you, I pray that your way will be lighted and you may have peace. Peace is a wish for the best of everything. And that certainly is my wish, the wish of the faculty administration of St. George's for each one of you. When new doors and opportunities open before you, I hope, I pray, we do, that you will make good decisions on behalf of those who are in need. May you use the knowledge you have gained in your studies to become a blessing for others. When each day is ended, may you have delight in knowing that the good work begun here at St. George's has brought goodness to other people. And so I pray to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, the God of the Virgin of Nazareth, the God of the Lord Jesus Christ, to the God of Muhammad, and of the Hindus, and Buddhists, and Sikhs, to the God of all times and places, and all peoples. And I say, Amen.
Your cane, your cane. Please be seated. Thank you, Monsignor O'Grady. On the dais are School of Medicine administrators, deans, faculty, and guests. Please allow me to introduce the front dais guest to you. From the right, Senior Associate Dean, Clinical Studies, Dr. Robert Grant. Dean of Clinical Studies, UK, Mr. Rodney Kraft. Dean of Alumni Affairs, Dr. C.V. Rao. Reverend Monsignor O'Grady. Chancellor, Dr. Charles R. Modica. Professor Emeritus, Dr. Robert Jordan. Dean of the School of Medicine, Dr. Marius Lucas. President, Dr. G. Richard Olds. Dean Emeritus of the School of Medicine, Dr. Stephen Weitzman. Executive Vice President of Clinical Affairs, U.S., Dr. Daniel Ricciardi. Dean of Students, Dr. Lucy Clunes. Vice President and Dean Emeritus for Alumni Affairs, Margaret A. Lambert. Senior Associate Dean of Basic Sciences, Dr. Mark T. Clunes. I now take great pleasure in introducing Dr. Charles R. Modica, Chancellor and Chair of the Board of Trustees of St. George's University.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the unvirtual world. Yeah, come on. You're not on mute, you don't have to push your button here. We've had 3 other ceremonies, yesterday and today, 1 veterinary and 2 other meds. So we've been through the drill a little bit. But it doesn't take the excitement away from me, I can tell you that. After your founding chancellor hasn't had an in-person graduation for 3 years, I probably needed to see some of my graduates in the field of psychiatry, I think. Virtual didn't work for me at all. I'm so pleased we're here together today. And for your families and friends, I'm so proud of these people here. And when I get done, I think you might be even prouder because you don't recognize how good they are. They're not good, they're excellent. They're the best, the absolute best. Now, I say I'm the founding chancellor of the university, and in case some people don't recognize the significance of that, it's a person who starts a school at a very young age, under 30, becomes the chancellor because no one else wants to do it, and somehow it survives, so you get to be the founding chancellor 46 years later. Nobody picked me, in other words. But it worked. It worked because of the charter class and later classes. The charter class had every reason to leave, believe me. The campus that you knew in Grenada before the COVID thing hit, that number of buildings, you might say, well, how many were there when the charter class were there? 0. A few structures that probably wouldn't serve for anything today that were there for the charter class. But they stayed, they endured, they believed in themselves. And that's come down to you 46 years later. They believed in themselves. And they wanted an opportunity to prove that they were worthy of becoming physicians. And that opportunity was a little old place called Grenada. And that opportunity has done all of us pretty well over the years. And I've got to tell you that I was at a wedding this past fall in December, actually early December, of a kind of a famous golfer's son in the South Florida area. And they sat me next to his wife's brother. And I said, it's nice to meet you. I'm Charlie Modica. I live near so-and-so. My son and his son are best friends. That's why he's the best man here. And he goes, I know why I'm sitting next to you. I know who you are. I go, oh. I go, what do you do? He goes, I'm the dean of a certain medical school in Texas. I said, wow, no wonder they sat us next to each other. We have something to talk about again. And I got to tell you what he said, and I've heard it so many times before, and you need to hear it. And your parents and friends and loved ones, you need to hear it. He said, some of my finest residents came from your school when I was the chief of surgery. before I became the dean of this medical school. And I've heard that before. He said there's something about them. They try to go a little above and beyond. They don't sit there with their arms folded and expect things. They want to show how good they are. And now I knew why he was seated next to me. We had a wonderful day, and I hope to see him again, actually, this summer. That's not the first time I heard things from U.S. deans. Many years ago, when you were probably in grammar school, I guess, we had a dean, Dr. Stephen Ayers, who was the dean of the Medical College of Virginia. I served on a board at a U.S. university with him, and I was waiting for the day that he had to retire. And there's about a 7 or 8 year cycle at the U.S. schools. And when he was getting ready to retire, I was just getting ready to grab onto him and say, would you be willing to come down? And he asked me. And Dr. Ayers also, over the years, said when he was the chief in his field, cardiology, they had a number of residents at the Medical College of Virginia that were great residents that were from SGU. I've had other deans former deans of U.S. schools speak to me, and I got to tell you that that's real. One of the last ones I met is a guy sitting behind me right now, the president of our school. We were recruiting him to become our president, and he was the founding dean of the first new medical school in California, the first new school for 40 years there. And the Board of Regents of the state of California picked him because he had been all over the world with infectious disease. He had a CV that would be quite desirable for any of us in this world. And they picked him. And when I met him, the first thing he said is, one of the reasons I'm interested in becoming the president at SGU after leaving my deanship in California is I've had such good experiences with your graduates. So you see, when your classes, your predecessors have emerged, they've done great things because they believed in themselves. They were very hardworking, dedicated, and resilient people, sometimes with a good sense of humor, because what could go wrong in Grenada usually did quite often. You know, that's Murphy's Law. Do you know O'Toole's theorem, by the way? O'Toole's theorem was Murphy was an optimist. So I've got to tell you that the faculty is here today behind me, and at the last 2 ceremonies, I forgot to introduce them. So at my age, I'm getting a little up there. I have a good memory, but it's short. You know, that's how it works, I think. So I would like, the faculty wants to let you know how great you are. And I'd like the faculty to stand up and just give you a round of applause. Faculty totals over 2,000 if you count the part-timers and all the clinical hospitals. But these are the people that wanted to be here today. They wanted to be here to watch you graduate today. That's how we feel about you. So your families and friends need to know that there's nobody better, and I mean that, and that you're going out into this world today to make it a better place. We've had a world with a lot of bad news some days. You're the good news event, the good news event today. And by the way, you'll be following, we are now, for the last 12 years, we're the largest supplier of doctors to the United States of America than any other school in the world. So if you think I'm proud of you, I am. And all of you should be. The best of the best. And I have the best job in the world in a few minutes. Thank God it's not virtual, because I never got off on that. But in a few minutes, I'll be standing over there. And, yeah, I know, clap so I don't cry. And I'll be one of the first people to call you doctor. God bless you.
Well, I'm the before-mentioned former dean. I'm Richard Oles, and I'm the president of St. George's University. And it's my pleasure to welcome the graduates, the families, the friends, the loved ones in the audience to the 2022 graduation ceremony for the School of Medicine. Now, in addition to your class of 2022, because we've had basically virtual graduations for the last 2 years, you've been joined by some members of the class of 2021 and the class of 2020 who wanted the opportunity to walk across the stage in front of their loved ones and family. And so we actually have representation of 3 classes here today. One of the things that I've done most of my life is I am a tropical disease specialist by training. And so I've traveled in many countries of the world. And one of the things I've always been struck by is how many countries of the world count healthcare professionals among the national heroes of their country. Now, one of those countries, the Philippines, I've actually worked for over 30 years. And the national hero of the country of the Philippines is Dr. Jose Rizal. Now, Dr. Jose Rizal was a physician, and quite frankly, I don't know if he was a very good physician or not. That's sort of been lost in the annals of time. But Dr. Rizal is not the national hero of the Philippines because he was a good doctor. He was the national hero of the Philippines because he spoke out against the atrocities committed by the Spanish colonial government that occupied his country for 400 years. And for that, he was put in front of a firing squad and shot. Now, I'm not expecting that any of you in the audience need to stand in front of a firing squad to be considered a hero, but I do think that it's important to mention and think that you as physicians need to do more than just take good care of your patients. You need to take some responsibility to improve your community, your country, yes, the world. And in fact, looking around today, all of those are in dire need of help these days. It's part of that responsibility. So when we think about being a hero, it's not just about doing more than what is expected. I'll also point out that there's a certain amount of personal risk associated with doing the right thing. And clearly physicians understand that. That has been part of our heritage through hundreds of years. Perhaps starting in the Middle Ages during the Black Death, when physicians and other healthcare workers cared for the dead and dying. Certainly in this country in 1918, caring for the Spanish flu patients. In my own lifetime, caring for patients with HIV during a time when we had no idea what the causative agent was, how it was transmitted. And unfortunately, there were doctors that refused to care for HIV patients. But those that did, I think, were heroes. And then now, over the last several years during this terrible pandemic, there's been an opportunity for all healthcare workers to not only take some personal risk, but demonstrate that to the society that has supported us. In fact, literally thousands of doctors and nurses have died over the last 3 years as a result of COVID-19. Now, when you think about that responsibility, then it's both your willingness to do more than just being a good doctor and your willingness to take even personal risk in the delivery of our noble profession. But today you are all graduating as physicians, and as Dr. Modica said, historically St. George's University students have been great doctors. I myself have had several chief residents that graduated from this institution, and I know as each and every one of you walk across the stage, I know you're well-trained doctors. You've worked extremely hard, your faculty has taught you well, you've mastered both the art and the science of our profession. But I also hope today that there will be at least a few graduates that will be heroes. Thank you and God bless. Now, this is the section of the program where we honor individuals for the Distinguished Service Award at our university. Now, you'll see in your program, we have honored this year 3 individuals for the Distinguished Service Award, and we have honored 1 at each of the 3 School of Medicine graduations. And today we are honoring Thomas Moynihan, and unfortunately, Mr. Moynihan is not going to be here today. Now, a more complete description of all of their contributions are in your brochure, but Mr. Moynihan is an internationally known consultant in education and a professional in the field of regulation of the medical profession and other professions. He holds advanced degrees in both SUNY Albany and in University of Wisconsin-Madison, and was a Fulbright Scholar in India. Now, Mr. Moynihan has been noted for serving for many years as the Executive Secretary of the New York State Boards of Medicine and Veterinary Medicine, which basically accredits all of the schools in both New York and approves schools such as St. George's University to allow teaching in the state of New York. And I would be willing to bet that a large number of you in this audience did your clinical training in the state of New York. He then became internationally known for improving the standards of accreditation throughout the world, including the country of Grenada. I'd ask Chancellor Modica to join me on the stage and to accept the award in Mr. Moynihan's absence, our Provost, Dr. Glenn Jacobs.
Yeah, I'll just explain. So Tom is not here. Provost just reminded me, he knows I have a good memory, but it's short, that I'm not going to put it on him. I'm just going to give it to him. But I just wanted to say a few words. I met Tom in the early 80s when he was the executive director of the State Licensing Board of New York. And the New York deans had petitioned the Board of Regents to regulate clerkships in the state because a certain school had started doing that legally, but they were concerned, duly concerned. And, I guess that school was St. George's. Oh, that's right, yeah. And so we were the first school to be approved by that Board of Regents subcommittee that was set up to look into the schools that would like to have the approval, make site visits to the schools, and determine whether or not they should be allowed to have to conduct clerkships in the state of New York. So he was very special to me because he was on the other side in those days, but he was a person who was able to be competent and fair, knowing that he's working for the deans of the U.S. schools that didn't necessarily want us in those clerkships, but also wanting to be fair to the Board of Regents, who said, if many of them are New York State residents anyway and they're coming from a good school, why shouldn't they be here? They applied the LCME standards. They had site visits. We went through a lot of processes, spent a lot of time with that man, but if it wasn't for his fairness and his ability to be kind of in the middle, that first approval might have been 10 years in the making. So things that you've enjoyed over the years naturally without even thinking about came from people like this, like Tom. So he's been a very good friend of education, of fairness in education, and I have a great love for him. So I'm going to give this to our provost and we'll get this to him. So thanks for indulging us in these few moments for a very important thing. Thank you. So we'll take a picture too. Okay.
Graduates, in the next part of the program, you will transition from a graduate to a graduate, from a medical student to a medical doctor. This part of the ceremony is for you and consists of 3 steps. The first step requires Chancellor Modica to formally confer your MD degree. The second part is the hooding and presentation of diplomas. The third part is the recitation of the academic oath. Chancellor Modica will now formally confer your degrees. Will the candidates of Doctor of Medicine please stand?
It is with the greatest admiration and utmost respect that I, Charles Modica, Chancellor of St. George's University, by virtue of the authority vested in me pursuant to the Grenada Act of Parliament of 1976 as amended, upon recommendation of the faculty and deans of the School of Medicine, do hereby confer upon the members of these graduating classes the degree of Doctor of Medicine. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chancellor Modica. Graduates, please be seated. So I'm still your dean for the next maybe 45 minutes. So we have a couple of things to do here. So it's now time for the second part of the ceremony, which is the hooding and the presentations of the diplomas. We will have 5 Doctor of Medicine candidates at each time to the stage. They will be hooded by Dr. Rayburn, Sukhuppertab, Forrester, George, and Magnifico. First, please hand your hood to one of these faculty. After you're hooded, please hand your name card to Dr. Weitzman. When your name is called, walk across the stage to the Chancellor, who will present with your diploma. Pictures will be taken by the official photographer. At the same time, I want everybody to look great. Make sure your hair is good, because TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, and Instagram will be on fire in the next, for the next half an hour. So we'll see you in a second up here.
Yeah, let me see your card.
Yeah, it's right there. Feels good.
Dr. Timothy Binns from New Jersey. Dr. Mason Bandy from Canada. Thank you. Dr. Monica Majid Kaid from California. Dr. Catherine Wisa from California. Dr. Dia Kazmi from Massachusetts. Dr. Omar Shaban from New York. Dr. Brian Suarez from New York. Dr. Cherry Wang from Canada. Dr. Akif Shamim from Virginia. How do you say your last name? Varvarigos, yes.
Sorry.
Dr. Joseph Varvarigos from New York. Dr. Omar Akil from California. Ubobo? Yeah, exactly. Dr. Stephen Ubobo from New York. Ujis? What? Ajith. Ajith. Dr. Ajith Vivek from Maryland. Dr. Christine Baldasso from Florida. Dr. Jonathan Pye from Missouri. I. Amani Hoffman. Dr. Amani Hoffman from Virginia. What? Okay. Dr. Madeline Chavera from New Jersey. Dr. Daniela Avito from Texas. Dr. Michael Dragone from New Jersey. Dr. Sammy Solomon from New Jersey. Dr. Suna Jaffrey from New York. Louisa. Dr. Louisa Sang from California. Dr. Tessa McLaughlin from Canada. How do you say your name? Dr. Ananya Sangupta from New Jersey. Dr. John Paul Colombo from Canada. Dr. Adam Daniel from Alabama. Dr. Jonathan Kordiak from Wisconsin. Dr. Matthew McLean from New Jersey. Dr. Omar Assad from Florida. Dr. Natalie Balasiano from New York. Dr. Ella Modine from Louisiana. Dr. Jalpa Patel from Michigan. Dr. Samuel Raderink from Michigan. Jordan Salik. Dr. Jordan Salik from Colorado. Dr. Ramsey Jaber from Nebraska. Dr. Geetha Hiremath from Alabama. Kritika Padala. Dr. Kritika Padala from Canada. Dr. Catherine Chua from California. Cisneros. Dr. Troy Cisneros from California. Dr. Lee Jetty from Texas. Dr. Avni Varshni from Canada. Parastu in Afshar. Dr. Parastu in Afshar from Canada. Dr. Laverne Yip from Canada. Dr. Samantha Fleischer from Florida. Dr. Vincent Sanchez from New York. Egenberg. Dr. Deanna Egenberg from New Jersey. Dr. Boris Livitz from New Jersey. Kirshner? Dr. Rachel Kirshner from New York. What's that? Corey Dolan. Dr. Corey Dolan from Pennsylvania. Dr. Justin Underwood from New York. Sikandar Lather. Dr. Sikandar Lather from India. Dr. Mohammed Rahman from Trinidad and Tobago. What's that? Natalie Hartford. Dr. Natalie Harford from Grenada and Guyana.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Dr. Peter Schaefer from Pennsylvania. Dr. Matt Gutzmer from Nebraska. Dr. Shazwat Kumar from Colorado. Isha Kundra. Dr. Isha Kundra from Texas. Congratulations. Dr. Rachel Dawson from Florida. Dr. Elliot Delgado from Florida. How do you say your name? Dr. Madarima Yera from Michigan. How do you say your name? Shakira. I don't know what the secret. Dr. Shakira Green from North Carolina. Say it again. Dr. Vakshni Hunning from Texas. Dr. Sarah Lynn from Oregon. Say it again. Dr. Matan Kanian from California. Dr. Philip Woodruff from Alberta, Canada. Delaney Bandaraj. Dr. Delaney Bandaraj from Massachusetts. Dr. Hannah Nadim from Canada. Ronell Bailey from Arima, Trinidad and Tobago. Dr. Ronell Bailey from Arima, Trinidad and Tobago.
There you go. All right, congratulations.
Neda Rashid. Dr. Neda Rashid from Canada. Dr. Jean Mulapudi from California. Dr. Tushar M. Patel from New Jersey. Dr. Riddhi Punchal from New Jersey. Dr. Logan Webb from North Carolina. Rafia? What? Dr. Maurice Rafia from New York. Dr. Taylor Finch from Utah. You're welcome. Ridwan Kazi. Dr. Ridwan Kazi from Hawaii. Rahman. Dr. Alif Rahman from New York. Munir Bayat.
Congratulations.
Dr. Munir Bayat from Zambia. Dr. Julian Kaufman from Trinidad and Tobago. Kazi. Dr. Zarif Kazi from Bangladesh. All right. Saloon. Dr. Catherine Saloom from Arizona. Sparaccio.
I'm not going to ask.
Dr. Nina Gabriela Sparaccio from New York. Say it again. Straightforward. Yeah. Dr. Adam Riscala from New Jersey. Nizam, is that how you say it? Nizam. Rafa Nizam. Dr. Rafa Nizam from Missouri. Megan Johnny. Megna Johnny. Dr. Megna Johnny from New Jersey. Dr. Louis Santiago from New Jersey. Dr. Bakhtaur Khan from Canada. Dr. Kristen Corzo from New Jersey.
That's an excellent. Congrats.
Wampler. Caitlin. Caitlin. Dr. Caitlin Wampler from Virginia. I got it. Kushal Suknarayan. Dr. Kushal Suknarayan from Canada. Dr. Ariel Gonzalez from Bolivia.
I shall dust on you. Oh, yes.
Dr. Jared Hobson from California. Korea.
Oh, thank you.
Dr. Maxwell Poria from Florida. Whoops.
Congratulations.
Dr. Shelvia Gross from Louisiana. Aman Bular. Dr. Aman Bular from Canada. Dr. Faven Mulu from Ethiopia. Sujata Pantu. Panta? Dr. Sujatu Panta from Connecticut. Michael Chernikow? What? Chernikow. Dr. Michael Chernikow from New York. Dr. Alexander Buhea from New York, from New Jersey. Dr. Matthew Russick from New York. Dr. Anthony Martins from New York. Dr. Raul Aguilar from Texas. Dr. Gerald Robert DeShang from California. Dr. An Liu from California. Dr. Ronald Siemengal from New York. Acevedo. Dr. Brian Acevedo from New York. Krishna Sahagya. Dr. Krishna Sahagina from Georgia. Hi. Kritika. Konachauvan. Dr. Kritika Konachauvan from Canada. Let's see, how do you say it? Sai Grishma Magam. Dr. Sai Krishna Magam from Connecticut. Dr. Sadhana Chalasani from Florida. Ruchi is your first name. Ruchi. Yeah. Yes. Dr. Ruchi Jarawala from California. How do you say it? Yes. Preet, and your last name? Dr. Amanpreet Ajala from Maryland. Rucha Vias. Dr. Rucha Vias from Missouri. Wukil? Veckel. Dr. Aluk Veckel from Canada. How do you say the name? Stefanisha. Dr. Veronica Stefanisha from New York. Marie Roque? Marie Roque? Dr. Marie Roque from Florida. Dr. Christina Velez from Florida. Omar Haleo. Dr. Omar Haleo from Virginia. Dr. Asher Lee from Florida. Dr. Alan George from New Jersey. Dr. David Changsu Kim from Washington. So, Richard Tai Quach. Dr. Richard Tai Quach from North Carolina. Bakun. Dr. Walter Bakun from New Jersey. What'd you say? Dr. Jennifer Detan from New York. Anastasia Danilevsky. Dr. Anastasia Danilevsky from New York. Dr. Lewis, not yet. Dr. Luis Gonzalez from Florida. Kunal Agarwal. Dr. Kunal Agarwal from California. What did you say? Dr. Marie Liu from Florida. Dr. Michelle Wynn from North Carolina. What's that? Jackie Bernard Aganon. Dr. Jackie Bernard Aganon from Hawaii. Maria Briseno. Dr. Maria Briseno from Venezuela. Dr. Gabriela Rivas from the Dominican Republic. Saad, what is it? Fatuhi. Dr. Saad Fatuhi from Iraq. What? Yes, I got that one. Dr. Mohammed Bohan from Iraq. Dr. Holland Wynn from California. Dr. Leanna Reagan from Florida. You're welcome. Dr. Megan Russell from Florida. Rodney. Dr. Anna Claire Brodnick from New York.
There you go. Congrats. Congratulations. Black one. Wonderful.
Dr. Jack Perez Hodgkins from California.
It's good.
Say again?
Yeah, it's good.
Say it for me. Dr. Emil Pavtrovsky from Macedonia. Motaz Rimawi. Dr. Motaz Rimawi from guitar. Dr. Gaetano DePietro from Canada.
Thank you so much. Good. Congrats again.
Dr. Justin Chung from Florida. Dr. Jim Woo Park from the Republic of Korea. Lou?
Yes.
Dr. Melissa Liu from Oregon. How do you say your name? Dr. Zuhal Majadi from Afghanistan. Say this for me. Dr. Sarah Waldemariam from Ethiopia and Massachusetts. Dr. Bernard Rosenthal from Maryland. Iqtadar? Yeah.
Great day.
Dr. Iqtadar Mansour from New Jersey. Dr. Shani Froen Marawikin from El Salvador. How do you say your last name? Dr. Haley Radozeski from Florida. BK Oskan? What's that? Askin. Dr. BK Askan from New York. Dr. Sharang Tiku from New York. Dr. Malika Norbekova from New York. Emily Stittner. Dr. Emily Sittner Mevidovsky from New York. Dr. Jonathan London from New York. Henna Asrar. Dr. Henna Asrar from Canada. Maria? Dr. Maria Antoniuk from the Ukraine. Dr. Melanie Vasquez from New Jersey. Dr. Adil Malik from Michigan. Dr. Sarah Green from Ohio. Bindia. Dr. Bindia Patel from Texas. Azim Mobeen. Yes, is that what he said? Dr. Azim Mobeen from California. Sanjar Skrinas. Dr. Sanjar Skrinas from Canada. Dr. Jeffrey Klotz from Canada. Shao? Edward Shao. Dr. Edward Shao from Canada. Sandhu. Dr. Noshin Sandhu from Canada. I'll get it. I'll practice it. Dr. Samantha Moore from Florida. Dr. Hunter Fulgham from Texas. Robustelli. Dr. Rosa Maria Robustelli from New Jersey. Dr. Wilmer Cervantes from Ecuador. Dr. Giovanni Cervantes from Ecuador. Dr. James Beck from Connecticut. Dr. Kashish Kanth from Georgia. Dr. Kevin Villanueva from New York. Walid Omar Owan. Dr. Walid Omar Owan from California. Dr. Emily Wasmer from New York. Bopana.
Thank you.
Dr. Samita Bopana from India. How do you say your name? Karnavir Gill. Dr. Karnavir Gill from California. Haramal Chidi. Dr. Haramal Chima from the British Columbia. Dr. Daniel Malik from Pennsylvania. Jasjit Multani? Jasjit. Want me to put the singer? Okay. Multani. Jasjit.
Tiny minutes.
Dr. Jasjit Singh Multani from Massachusetts.
Yeah, do I need this spot?
Pull your head out.
Dr. Rohit Jain from New York.
There you go. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Dr. KZ Christopher from Grenada.
Somebody on the left side. There you go. Thank you. I'm giving fashion advice. Don't be too nervous. Make sure you
Dr. Matthew Zinn from New York. Sure. Laura van der Vank. France, Massachusetts. Dr. Laura van der Vink from France and Massachusetts. What? Yeah, Nadia Akbar. Dr. Nadia Akbar from Georgia. Sebi. Dr. Leslie Sebi from New Jersey. Chung Tai. Dr. Lorraine Chung Tai from Trinidad and Tobago.
Congratulations. Congrats.
How do you say it? Ghani? Say it again. Okay. Dr. Cheko Fatso from Ghani. No, Dr. Cheso Gafatso Ghani from Botswana. Yeah. So I'm not perfect. Bodette? Dr. Nathan Bodette from Wisconsin. Farishta Bora? Yeah. Dr. Farishta Bora from Afghanistan. That one. Dr. Salman Bora from Afghanistan. Say it again. Omorego.
This stage longer. It is.
Dr. Rosemary Omorego from Texas. Say your name. Dr. Agana Onanuju from Michigan. What? Mueller. Dr. Paula Mueller from Brazil. Peg.
Easy enough. Congratulations, Chelsea.
Dr. Morgan Pegg from Wisconsin. Dr. Taylor Miller from Pennsylvania. Dr. David Singer from New Jersey. How do you say your last name? Nyaminga. Dr. Chelsea Nyaminga from Rwanda. Dr. Vishnu Singh from Guyana. Sarah. Sarah? What? Sarah. Dr. Sarah Hack from Guyana. What's that?
Congratulations.
Melissa Muhammad. Dr. Melissa Muhammad from Trinidad and Tobago. Marielle Discipolo. Dr. Marielle Discipolo from California.
All right, you're good.
Abradescu? Dr. Paul Abradescu from New York. Shuja?
Yeah.
Shuja Kazmi.
Make sure you guys
Dr. Suja Kazmi from New York. Say your name. Dr. Ishwara Sundararajan from India. Dr. Shemonique Bowen from Grenada. Shaquille, which one's your first name? Shaquille Sandy. Dr. Shaquille Sandy from Trinidad and Tobago. Sanyuta. Do that? Dr. Sanyuta Dudat from India. Shioma Ahama. Dr. Shioma Ohama from Nigeria. How you say your last name? What? Aladisa. Dr. Mercy Aladusa from Canada. Dr. Moman Kantab from California. Dr. Omar Francos from Florida. Dr. Jessica Arango from Florida. Divino D'Alessia, Dr. Divino D'Alessia Jr. from New Jersey. Jacqueline, how do you say it? Sakinis. Dr. Jacqueline Sakinis from New Jersey. Canada and Philippines. So it's Asher, it's Pedid Asher Jr. What's it? Oh. Dr. Asher Jr. Pedad from Canada and the Philippines. Say your name for me. Dr. Yelizaveta Lysakova from New York. Dr. Cristal Cheney from Texas. Dr. Shannon Horton from Florida. Mesrab Yatarian. Dr. Mesrab Yatarian from Massachusetts. Precious, what is it? Afodele. Dr. Precious Afodele from New York. Andrea Arrieta. Dr. Andrea Arrieta from Peru. How do you say your last name? Dr. Great Ogujiafor from Nigeria. Atsu Boseman. Dr. Michelle Atsu Boseman from Ghana. Dr. Kelsey Dowers from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Dr. Monique Wallace from Montego Bay, Jamaica. Sanisha Roberts. Dr. Sanisha Roberts from New York. Summer Hayen. Dr. Summer Hayen from New York. Marak Gunay. Dr. Marak Gunay from New York. Ahmed Al-Juwaid from, yeah. Dr. Hamid Al-Juwaid from Iraq. Ezekiel. Dr. Ezekiel Rodriguez from New York. Dr. Abraham Al-Nasiri from Oklahoma. Dr. Christiana David from Canada. How do you say it? Dr. Edmund Abakubi from Pennsylvania. Nadia Nasir Sheikh. Dr. Nadia Nasir Sheikh from New Jersey. Iman Elfiki. What's that? Dr. Iman Elfiki from Canada. Dr. Ese Ojakovo from Nigeria. Charlie Wynn. Dr. Charlie Wynn from Canada. Kanwal Ashraf. Dr. Kanwal Ashraf from Canada. I'm going to say your name for me. Dr. Olumuwa Antobado from Nigeria. Rua? Aram. Good enough? How do you say it? Dr. Rao Romain from New York. Shamaris? Shamaris. Dr. Shamaris Perez from New York. Okay. Naidao Chu from South Sudan. Chua. Dr. Naidao Chua from South Sudan. Dr. Bianca Gonzalez from Florida. Labin? Sorbari. Dr. Sorbari Labin from Nigeria. Jeevan Man from Hong Kong and Canada. Dr. Jeevan Man from Hong Kong and Canada. Asad Alim. Dr. Asad Alim from California. Sylvester Tamaklo. Dr. Sylvester Tamaklo from New Jersey. Dr. Ambrika Benins from New York. Rebecca Demanchi. Dimash. Rebecca, yes, Dimash. And Dr. Rebecca Dimash from Haiti and Oklahoma.
All right. A big round of applause for everybody, for our graduates. Excellent. As you can see, those are very special moments for you, but also for us. We're very proud of you for your achievements, extremely proud. Now, for the final part of this ceremony, we would like to invite those in the audience who are physicians to please stand and join us in reciting the university's academic oath along with our graduates. You can find the oath at the back of your program. Graduates, please stand. Our academic oath is a modified version of the Hippocratic Oath that we can obviously do it in Greek, but we will remain with English today, since I'm Greek. So, graduates, let's do it together, and I want you to be very, very loud. I do solemnly vow to that which I value and hold most dear, that I will honor the profession of medicine, be just and generous to its members, and help sustain them in the service to humanity. That just as I have learned from those who have preceded me, so will I instruct those who follow me in the science and the art of medicine. That I will recognize the limits of my knowledge and pursue lifelong learning to better care for the sick and to prevent illness. That I will seek the counsel of others when they are more expert so as to fulfill my obligation to those who are entrusted to my care. That I will not withdraw from my patients in the time of need. That I will lead my life and practice my art and integrity and honor using my power wisely. That whatsoever I shall see or hear of the lives of my patients that is not fitting to be spoken, I will keep in confidence. That into whatever house I shall enter, it shall be for the good of the sick. That I will maintain the sacred trust, holding myself far aloof from wrong, from corrupting, from the tempting of others to vice. That above all else, I will serve the highest interest of my patients through the practice of my science and my art. That I will be an advocate for patients in need and strive for justice in the care of the sick. I now turn to my calling, promising to preserve its finest traditions with the reward of a long experience in the joy of healing. I make this vow freely and upon my honor. Congratulations again. Please be seated. Almost there. Before we end this ceremony, I would like to make some closing remarks for all of you to consider. I know those are celebrated moments in your life, and we're privileged and honored to share them with you. But it's impossible to ignore the gravity of the times in which you graduate. These times present momentous challenges. This country and the world need doctors not only to fight against the toxic and deadly COVID-19 pandemic, but also to fight against the toxic and deadly effects of racism. A virus, SARS-CoV-2, has brought us COVID-19, the most serious healthcare threat to the world in 100 years. Armed with your new MD degree, you will join the ranks of thousands of physicians, including our proud SGU alumni and other healthcare workers fighting this pandemic. In joining this fight, you will need to call upon the same perseverance and commitment that carried you through 4 years of medical school. After these 4 years, you have met the overarching goals which established our graduation requirements. You have developed the competencies and medical knowledge, clinical skills, and professional behaviors necessary to take care of the sick, prevent illness, and preserve wellness. Paramount among this is a commitment to ensuring the health of the public. This commitment must now extend to dealing with inequality and racism in healthcare and in society. You will need to walk into future committed not only to science and lifelong learning to fight against the viral pandemic, but also committed humanism and anti-racism to fight against the toxic and deadly pandemic of racism. COVID-19 is a painful reminder of the healthcare disparities and existing healthcare practices that disproportionately disenfranchise people of color generally. Why am I emphasizing lifelong learning? Because up to 2 years ago, none of us had ever heard of COVID-19. Practicing physicians were never taught about this disease in medical school and postgraduate training. They have learned about it on the job, and they have continued to learn about it every day, but while COVID-19 is a new, racism is not. The toxic effects of racism are epidemic throughout the world, including the United States. They will continue to be an important challenge in the environmental culture in which you will practice. Like COVID-19 fatalities, racism expresses itself in many ways. It may limit access to healthcare, prejudice clinical decision-making, and limit outcomes for patients and desperate groups. What can we do as physicians? We must extend our traditional commitments to altruism, humanism, and lifelong learning to the fight against racism and for equal access to healthcare. The coronavirus has caused a pandemic unprecedented in our lifetime and is superimposed of the challenges of racism in our social, economic, and political structure. The untold morbidity, suffering, and socioeconomic habit conveyed by these threats needs to be met and vanquished by committed teams. We are counting on you. Millions of people will look towards our humanism and science to keep safe. Please fight racism. I'm extremely proud. I'm extremely proud for every and each of you that you're graduating today. It will be my honor to treat me one day and be your patient. Thank you very much. And now I'm asking Monsignor O'Grady to offer the closing benediction.
Got it?
Yeah,
We'll close it, no?
that's all right. In the words of King Henry VIII to each of his many wives, I promise you I will not keep you long. I said in the beginning that a blessing is a hope, a wish, a prayer. And you've already been blessed in life by your family and by your friends. I think you've also been blessed by your classmates and your good friends at St. George's. Parents will bless their children. Children should bless their parents. So I ask all of the graduates to please stand. Raise your right hand. Good. Repeat after me. May life be good to you, my classmates and friends. May your patients be grateful for what you have done for them. May your service to humanity bring you happiness, contentment, and peace. And now you can put your hands down. Now this is sort of a prayer of gratitude for what you have received. So repeat after me. Free at last, free at last. Wait. Thank God in heaven, I am free at last.
Please be seated. Thank you for being such a wonderful audience, all of you. Please remain seated while the Grand Marshal and the Chancellor Modica lead the recessional to the rear of the hall, where everyone is invited to celebrate the momentous occasion with family and friends. Please keep the eyes clear so the graduates and faculty may exist first. Good luck and Godspeed.
Thank you.